Hey, hello and welcome to George Dolinsky Field for another edition of Monday Night Softball here in Stoughton, Massachusetts, better known as the West Elementary Complex. Tonight we've got a doubleheader ahead of us as the teams wind the season down the last week. Sharon Market will be batting first. They had a coin flip. SLN Law is now in the field. You see Mike Madden taking his warm-ups. Tossing to Danny DiStefano, who is injured. Dan, is that right?
Yeah. I won't reveal what it's
Sounds like a groin injury or worse. Coming into tonight's play, Sharon Market is one game out of first place at 11-3 behind the Hawks, who stand at 12-2. Batting first will be James Rule. Lefty takes strike one. Wearing his Under Armour hat backwards. Matching pants to boot. Base hit up the middle. A lot of rain this week. And the field is as plush as it ever gets. Balls are going to stop really quickly in the outfield. Up next is the longtime skipper for the sixth time Sharon Men's Softball League champions, Sharon Market. Kevin also goes up the middle just out of Madden's reach. Rule moving on the plays over to third. Ball gathered there by Brian DeMello, spotting DiStefano in center field. Willie Lugo, a 2021 pickup for Sharon Market, now steps in with runners on first and third. One hopper. Conway flips to second base, and it draws Heisel off. So the pinch runner, in that case, that was Evan Berger, who's pinch running for Kevin Daly. You're allowed 3 pinch runners in our league. Got in behind the throw, but Conway's flip to second drew Heisel off the bag. Rule scored on that play. It's 1-0. Pop up high and out of reach of Harry Cohen playing third base. That's Heisel's usual position over at third.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Alex Guzman was a late arrival. Maybe he'll be playing in the infield later. Madden with a high one that's short of the strike zone. 1-1.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Mark Lopez is the batter. He takes it inside. 3-1. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Marlowe takes ball 4. Madden didn't really want to pitch to him in that situation. Didn't really want him on base with him loaded, but another lefty, Eddie Murphy, stands in. He takes ball 1. They're loaded, nobody out. Rip past Mike Villiers at first. Got his glove on it, but 2 runs score on the ripped single by Murphy. Marlowe moves to third base. First and third, nobody out. And it's 3-0. Sharon Market. Dan Smith, center fielder. Goes the opposite way. It's spinning and lands in front of the right fielder. Murphy slides into third. And Smitty holds with a single. Marlowe scored the 4th run. Nobody out. Mike Podek is the batter. The fourth lefty in this lineup. Gets under that one. Scotty Woods is in on it. Play is to second. And Smith slides in safely, tagging from first. No chance to get Murphy tagging at home. Score that a sac fly to 9. 1 away now. And here's Dallas Nunes. That one was just deep for ball 1. Back out to Woods, who is chasing and gathers it in. Smitty is rounding third and headed home. Conway with the throw, and Smith scores from second on the sac fly to the right center fielder. So score that one in SF9. And an RBI for Nunes. 6-0 as the first batters reached and scored. 2 flies out to Scotty Woods in right center. And that brings Jeff Meringue to the plate. Nice high pitch, but just short for ball 1. Shadows creeping up to the front of the mound. Grounder to Conway. The flip to first, and they've got him. Six runs on 4 hits and 1 error. And the score after 1/2 inning. Sharon Market Bootleggers 6, SLN coming up. Brian Latson will be pitching tonight, throwing his goofballs. Underhand eventually. He's warming up by working his shoulder. To Jeff Meringue here. Latson's sporting the protective mask now, becoming more popular among players who favor their teeth. SLN came into the game in 4th place, the record of 6-8, well outside the chase for the bye. The top 2 teams will get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Well, teams 3 and 4 match up against 5 and 6. Simca now in 5th, and McLaughlin. Verrier is under it, and so is James Rule in left center, 1 away. That brings up player manager Ian Heisel. Saw him playing shortstop for the first time this season. in the top of the first. Gets under that one as well, but that's going to be trouble. It's a little short. Basket catch is made out in right field by, I believe that was Spodek, right? Yep. Score that one F10. And here's Dan DiStefano suffering an unknown injury. Let's see how he hits. Takes that one short. SLN bid at the first two deliveries from Latson. That also might have been short. That's 2 balls, no strikes now to DiStefano. Ground ball to the hole, and Marlowe boots it out to the line, but DiStefano makes his way to first. Looks a little ginger out there. Ginger. He's taking a runner. Moving gingerly, I should say.
Not yet.
Grabbing at the back of his hamstrings.
Hold up, Brian.
We'll score that one a single.
Frank, you ready?
Marlowe is lunging at it with his backhand and then kicked it with his foot. Wasn't really a boot. Line drive. And Marlowe makes the play. L6. That was Mike Madden, the pitcher. So no runs on 1 hit. The score after 1, Sharon Market 6, SLN Law 0. Big lineup tonight for Sharon Market. We saw their the first 6 batters get on with 4 hits, a walk, and Willie Lugo reached on an error. But then you saw there was almost no let up with Podek and Nunes. Jeff Meringue was the 9th hitter. There's still 4 more batters to come, starting with Mike Malinowski, wearing Gretzky's number 99. You'll see him in just a minute. Dan Brown in the 11th spot. Evan Berger and Brian Latson. SLN Law has 11 men in their lineup. Harry Cohen's taking a rest. We see Guzman back at short, where he usually plays. He's a late arrival. Left to right in the infield, Ian Heisel, Alex Guzman, Ryan Conway, and Mike Verrier. DiStefano stays behind the plate. Grounder, 1 hop, backhanded by Madden, flips to first, 1 away. Nice play by the off-bruised Madden. He is a ball magnet. Dan Brown set today's lineup. He's kind of moving into managerial role for the market. Spotting Kevin Daly, who served in that role for the 6 championship seasons. Two 2-0 the count. That one's outside. There's one.
Hey, you're a hitter now. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Grounder to Guzman. Charges. Throws underhand. Sidearm, I should say. Submarines it over to Verrier, who makes a nice dig, stretching to his right. The stretch might have been off camera. 2 away.
There you go. Come on, Frank. Come on, 1-9.
Evan Berger goes opposite way. Woods is charging and dives, but he can't get it. It's rolling past him. Backed up there by the right fielder. And Brown. I'm sorry, Evan is into third with a, we'll call it a triple. Woods could not get to that one. Committed to the dive and it rolled past him. I think that was on camera. Welcome Robbie Goldberg and Seth Thomas watching at home. And Bob Tillman is watching. Hall of Fame leader is. Sorry, that was Evan Latson. we missed it. We missed it better. That was Frank. Sorry, I hadn't seen Frank Rich. It was inserted before Evan Berger. So there are now 14 batters on the Sharon Market squad. So we'll call Frank Rich's triple. All apologies to the principal. Evan Berger gets the RBI, and now we see Brian Latson. Rolls to Guzman, but it gets away as he's making the transition. Runners are safe at first and second. Top of the order now comes up. Rule laced a single to start the game. That one's in the hole, past Verrier. Evan Berger rounds third. He'll be in easily with the 8th run for the Market. Dan Brown, the last batted out, is running for Latson at third. Tops it. This is Daly. He's hustling all the way to first. And he's safe, and there's no play at home as Brown hustles in with the 9th run. That was a tough one. DiStefano got on it pretty quickly, but Daly was hustling. Two for two for Kevin Daly. Give him an RBI on that one. Here's Willie Lugo, who grounded to second. Right there. Last time there was an error on that transition. This time Conway gets it securely over to Guzman. It's short to retire the side, but not before 3 runs score on 4 hits. And Sharon Market has opened up a 9-0 lead with just 8 hits. They've been timely, however. In the bottom of the second, we'll see Brian DeMello, Scotty Woods, and Alex Guzman to start things off for SLN Law. Who can put up runs with the best of them? They got to start activating that. DeMello's a 2021 newcomer to the Sharon Men's Regional Softball League.
Boys ready?
facing Latson. Takes ball 1 outside.
I can send you screenshots of this if you want to give you some information.
Oh, good.
I'll text it to you so you have it.
Well, it's up there. Grounder down the third baseline. It's fair. DeMello rounding first. He's into second with a double. Yeah, I can't. What's his season average? Or what? Let's see. We got Marlowe coming up.
All right, so Lopez. Let me just go by average. It'll be easier to find it.
God, Murphy's batting 828, huh?
721 with 1 homer, 27 RBIs.
Murphy.
828.
Jeez.
1 homer, 26 RBIs.
Here you go, Brian.
And
Smith.
Balls.
Dan Smith is
Scotty Wood's the batter.
656.
Whoa, it's
2
being
homers,
held.
9 ribbies.
I got it again. Okay, here's Harry Woods. Lines one into left field for a single. DeMello looks back, sees that ball stopped in the outfield grass, and scores easily from second. Danny Brown keeps averages for all his players. We'll give you some of those later on. First run for SLN. Nobody out here in the second. Alex Guzman coming to the plate. First pitch from Latson. Guzman's under it. James Rule fields it easily. No advance for Woods. 1 away. And here comes Harry Cohen. Cohen's a good placement hitter and can drive the outfielders back if they get too close. Playing him tight out there. Let's see, he's going for the grab at third by Marlowe, actually playing third base today. Often plays shortstop, but we see looks like Eddie Murphy now is out there at short for Sharon Market. So Cohen takes first on the fielder's choice. 2 away. Frank Rich playing second base. Line drive by Amit. Negative. Oh, reaching over the top of his head. Evan Berger just able to get there. And Amit is retired. F10. 1 run for SLN, and it's now 9-1 through 2. Murderer's Row coming up next for Sharon Market.
Come on, boys, let's go. Keep hitting.
Marlowe, Mark Lopez, batting .721 this season, followed by Eddie Murphy at .828 and Dan Smith at .656. Marlowe has 1 homer, Murphy 1, and Smith 2 on the season.
Hey, first base coach.
RBIs 27 for Marlowe, 28 for Murphy, and I believe it was a lower number for Smith, but I didn't write it down. It's in the 9 to 11 range. Here's Marlowe. Made that nice grab on Cohen's bid for the
Bring it up a little bit, pitcher.
He was aiming for that 6-5 hole. Grounder to Heisel over his glove on the second bounce. He's coming to second. The play, Cohen can't make the grab. Looking to swing tag. So Marlowe gets a hustle double. Good job fetching that ball, Alex Guzman. And here's Murphy. Batting .828, rips it down the line, foul. Grounder up the hole between the pitcher and the shortstop. Marlowe stops at third. DeMello brings it in. And Dan Smith. So Murphy is now 2 for 2 today, bringing his average up probably into the .835 range. First and third, nobody out. Smitty wears also known as socks. Pulls it past Heisel into the 6-5 hole, and that brings Marlowe home with the 10th run. Smith is 2 for 2. And here's Mike Spodek. He flew out last time up. Singles this time over Barrier's head. And that'll bring home Murphy with the 11th run. Smitty moves to third. Still nobody out. 4 straight hits. And here's Dallas Nunes, who is actually playing shortstop. I misspoke earlier. Gets under that one, sends it deep to center field. DeMello is still running. He's caught up to it now as Nunes steps on second. Here it comes, all the way home, and Nunes holds with a triple.
Good shot, Dow. Let it go, Mike. Dow, nice piece, baby. Come on, Moraine. Let's go, 3.
A 2-run triple makes it 13-1. Jeff Meringue finds that hole between the shortstop and the third base. They've been living there. Amit sends it in quickly and holds Meringue to a single. Nunes scores the 5th run of the inning. It's now 14-1. And it's Mike Malinowski. Rips that one down the line and foul.
1 strike. Right on that. Come on, baby. Come on, 99. Hit that ball.
Malinowski, another Malinowski. Murphy and Willie Lugo are all new to the Sharon Market squad. And they all know how to control the bat, obviously. That one's ripped past Heisel. Ball comes in from Negdev. Runners on first and second now. Still nobody out, and Dan Brown to the plate. Brown grounded short in the second. He gets a base hit here. Here comes Amit. No play at home. That makes it 15-1. And here's Frank Rich, wearing Freddie Lynn's number 19. Rich tripled just under Scotty Woods' glove in right center. And then scored the 7th run in the 2nd inning. Goes back in that direction. It's kind of a tweener. Woods again dives. This time he comes up with it, though. Runners have to retreat, and there's one away. Good play by Woods, who I think 2 weeks ago I was calling him Harry Woods. He is Harry, but he is Scotty Woods. Harry Woods is an old farmer I knew. Sold a farm to my wife's family. Kind of bought the farm and then his family sold it. Third pitch. Berger grab. They're playing the shift on Berger. In that shift, the third baseman, Heisel, swung all the way over. Right where Berger put that ball. So score that one line to 5, but put a little mark to the right of second in your book. 2 away. Still runners on first and second. And Brian Latson is the batter. Gets under that one. DeMello retreats and grabs it for the 3rd out in center. Six runs on 8 consecutive hits. Brings the score to 15-1. But we're only in the 3rd inning. Well, I mic'd up, but is it okay to talk? Okay, yeah.
Clyde's back on board, so I had to make a check.
Oh, okay.
To Sharon.
So Clyde's is back as a sponsor.
Back. Well, what I didn't realize, they were going through some management changes.
Okay.
So the new guy's in, he's in, and I had to make a check out to Sharon, like I always do.
Okay.
Sponsors. So we've already paid, so I just want to send it in. Who's the guy?
Sent to Jeremy Fistel, our
remember
treasurer.
his name.
Well, welcome back, Clyde's.
Yes, and he'll.
The news is that Clyde's is co-sponsoring the Sharon Market Bootleggers for the
5th year.
5th year in a row.
That's where all our trophies are.
There, that's right. Jeremy Fistel, yeah. Welcome to the league. Welcome back, I should say. Everybody, go to Clyde's when you want to watch a game. Grab one of their fine little personal pizzas. All right, we're still not through the whole SLN lineup. Ryan Conway coming up bat for the first time here to start the 3rd. He'll be followed by Jay Frisco. Conway's been playing second base. Takes ball 1 short from Latson. Line drive, and Rich has to play it on a hop. Or that's not Rich. I think that's Marlowe. Rich is at second base, so yeah, it looks like Marlowe's moved out into left field. He's moved around from short to 3rd, now left field. Malinowski's at 3rd. Here's Jay Frisco, trying to get things started. Pulls an outside pitch to Rich, flip to Nunes. Nunes makes a quick transition, but Frisco is moving quickly down the line. Fielder's choice, 4 to 6. Top of the order, Mike Verrier, the first baseman, takes a nice high pitch just inside for ball 1. That one will be outside, but he pulls it through the hole. Woo! Frisco almost got just a step off the base. That was Marlowe whipping it in from his perch in left field. 2 aboard. For Ian Heisel. He flew to the right fielder. His first time up. That ball is grounded through the hole. And Frisco's coming home. And Verrier will hold at second. So 15 to 2. One away for Dan DiStefano. Singled in the first. His first time up. Pulls that one into the hole for another single. Verrier decides to hold. Probably a good idea with Marlowe's arm. Threw that one in on 1 hop to Evan Berger. Base is loaded now. Mike Madden, the pitcher, who lined to short his first time up. Takes that one on the front of the plate for strike 1. Another one through the hole. Now the SLN bats have come alive. 2-run score on that one. And Amit Nagdev, pinch running for DiStefano, moves his way to third. 3 in on the inning, 4 for the day now for SLN, 1 away. And Brian DeMello, center fielder. Big hole up the middle, and he finds it. Shortstop Nunes was shading into that toward the line. Good piece of hitting by DeMello, who's now 2 for 2. He doubled in the first and scored the first run for SLN. So Amit Nagdev scored, pinch running for DiStefano, and it's now 15 to 5. And Scotty Woods gets under one. Right to Marlowe, brings it in. 2 away. F7 on that one. Madden stays at second, DeMello at first, and Alex Guzman at the plate. Takes one inside for ball 1.
Drop it in there, drop it in there. Good one.
Hey there. Grounder. Grabbed by Malinowski, flips to Rich at second for the 3rd out. So SLN scores 4 on 5 hits, no errors. Score after 3 complete is Sharon Market, Clyde's 15. SLN Law 1. 5. 5. 15 to 5, yep. Yep. League slaughter rule is any team that leads by 15 or more runs after they batted. Well, they were talking about it over there.
Slaughter them, you saying?
Yeah, you could slaughter them. Yeah, you can. Especially keep. That's right. Shadows now have moved to second base. Lights are not yet on. So as the balls come in, James Rule, the leadoff batter, comes to bat for the third time here in the fourth inning. He's 2 for 2. With a pair of singles up the middle. Takes the first one short and inside for ball 1. If you just joined us, we're in the top of the fourth, 15-5. Sharon Market, another one up the middle. Base hit number 3 for Rule. And he's so quick out of the box, he makes it into second. So that's a double. Grounder up the middle for a double.
Time to ask for a raise, right? Damn right.
Kevin Daly will be batting. Co-manager of this team. Goes opposite way, out of play. Nearly hits a small child. Over near the playground equipment.
Right to the bench. Throw it in. Hey, Toots. Here you go, Kev.
The 0-1 pitch from Madden. Daly gets into that one. DeMello calls for it. And Rule continues to speed his way around the bases. DeMello was moving in toward third as he grabbed it, but Rule has 2 steps of extra speed in his repertoire. So 1 away. Score that one F8. Grounder back to Madden, who holds Rule at first. Cohen takes it and looks him back. Cohen playing spot in first base for Verrier. Mike's on the bench. 2-way. And Mark Lopez is the batter. Takes one just inside, right near the tip of the rubber mat. Gets under that one. It's going to be in foul territory. Emmett dives, or no, he doesn't. Decides against it as his head would have probably slid into the fence. Just out of his reach. New life for Marlowe. It's a 1-1 count. Goes the opposite way this time, into the gap in right center. Woods picks it up and holds Marlowe to a single. And Rule scores the 16th run. Marlowe's now 2 for 2. He also walked in the first, doubled in the third. And here's Eddie Murphy, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Comes in with an .828 batting average. Grounds that one to Harry, who picks it up and makes the play at first. 3 unassisted. 1 run scores for Clyde's, the Bootleggers. Also sponsored by Sharon Market. And the score through 3.5, 16-5, Sharon Market.
Ryan J.
You heard Ian Heisel call the order out. It's going to be Harry, Amit, Ryan, and Jay for SLN. Harry made that play at first. Everybody's loose now. Short warm-ups. Let's see how the Bootleggers set up defensively. Nunes moves over to second base. Marlowe back from his journey to left field, playing shortstop. Mike Malinowski at third. Looks like Eddie Murphy has now moved into left field. Cohen goes opposite way, but it's going to be in the glove of Kevin Daly. Pop 3. Here's Amit Nagdev. Blasted one deep to right to retire the side in the second. This one gets past Daly down the line, and Amit thinks twice about going to second. As Dan Brown was quick to come up with the ball. One away, runner on first. And Ryan Conway at the plate. Base hit up the middle. Maybe a play, but Amit is a little too quick for that one. Smitty thought about throwing into second for the force. Runners on first and second now. Jay Frisco. Conway's now 2 for 2, by the way. Jay grounded into a fielder's choice. The second baseman last time up. Pulls that one up, and Smitty's on it. Amit tags and moves to third, but there's 2 away. On the fly to 9. The right center fielder is number 9 on a softball field. And here's Mike Verrier. Ground ball, 1 hop to Marlowe, flips to Nunes, and the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits for SLN. And the score is Bootleggers 16, Ninjas 5 after 4. Coming up for the Bootleggers in the 5th will be Dan Smith, Mike Spodek, Dallas Nunes, and Jeff Morang. And here comes socks. Dan Smith wears the pink sock in honor of his mother. Cancer. Who lived with breast cancer. Steps into that one and pops it high. Now to play into the parking lot. Found a space where nobody was parked, fortunately. No balls, 2 strikes for Smitty. Knuckleball, grounder, 1 hopped. Madden's got it. Flips to Cohen. 1 away. And here comes Spodek, number 7. He's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Grounder down the line and fair past Cohen. Spodek stays at first. Guzman does a nice job blocking that throw.
Smitty, pennant.
And here's Nunes. Takes that one deep and inside. Close to the corner. 2-0. Goes the opposite way, and that's out of play. Another one for the playground. Two balls, 1 strike for Dallas. Steps and hits another one high and out of play to the right. Out near the light pole as the lights come on. After this game, we're going to charge up the phone and see if we can last for game 2, which is a dandy matchup between the Hawks and the Brewskis, last year's championship matchup. Nice pitch from Madden, a blast high, and Scotty Woods is able to pull it in there, playing Nunes very deep. F9 on that one. 2 away, Spodek at first. Jeff Morang is at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Madden, inside for ball 1. One is short, 2-0. Mosquitoes are biting now. Grounder, 1 hop. Guzman flips to Conway, and that's all they need. 3 away. First time the Bootleggers go down without a run. The score through 5.5 is 16-5, Sharon Market. Two, 3, 4 batters coming up for SLN.
No, not you. I mean, just so you can get the hell out of here.
Just missed one.
I got 16-5.
6-4, that was there. Welcome Pete Gall and Michelle Lee. Everybody who's watching at home. So we start the bottom of the 5th inning with Ian Heisel. He's 1 for 2. Flew to right in the first. And singled and scored in the 3rd. Down the line, it hit the orange base, which is in foul territory. Good call there. That was right down the line, but there's a double base intended to save the first baseman's calves. High pitch is short. 2-1 now. That one catches the corner. It's 2-2 for Heisel. Heisel pulls that one. Smitty is in on it and makes the play in front of Evan Berger for the first out. Berger was called off. Center fielder has prerogative, but when you have two center fielders, you yield to either one of them. Probably the left center fielder gets preference if it's up that way. Dan DiStefano now at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Takes the first one short and outside for ball one. Opposite way, Rich fields it on the ground, snaps it over to Kevin Daly, 2 away. My personal mosquito bite count is up to 6 right now. See a lot of the guys swatting them away. Mike Madden at the plate. Takes that one short and outside. The 0-1 pitch. Short again. Two and 0. 3-0 now. Madden 1 for 2 with an RBI. Takes strike one. Latson loves to get you to chase his short ones. Madden wasn't biting. That's a deep drive. Smitty, though, has it with the basket catch. 3 up, 3 down for the 2-3-4 batters for SLN. So after 5 complete, the score is 16-5 Bootleggers.
4 runs and we're down. We don't have to finish the bottom half, right?
That's right. So though Dan DiStefano doesn't want us to talk about it, they have to hold them to 4 or fewer runs. Any game that is 15 or more up after 5 innings of play is a slaughter. It's 16-5. Hey, Harry.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, battle for bye, I guess. These guys are fighting it out. They're in second place right now, 1 game behind the Hawks, and 1 game ahead. Well, half a game ahead of Tapped Brewskis, who are coming up with our late game tonight.
Oh, you finally got your second backs?
Oh,
Robert?
Larry Jonas. You guys are battling it out for the bye with these guys, and for first.
3-way run.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Sorry, we couldn't help you.
For top 2 teams get a free pass on the first round of the playoffs.
Not enough to-
Malinowski, the batter, number 99, grounds that one over to Conway, picks it up off the end of his glove. Nice scoop for Verrier. Score that one 4-3. And here comes Brown, number 29 for the Bootleggers. Brown pulls that one over Guzman's head. He's 2 for 3 today. Malinowski is at 1 for 3. And coming up next, Frank Rich, Attleboro principal. Enjoying his off-season. I'm not sure he's enjoying his MCAS results, however. Put them out for preview last week, and they are frickin' miserable. Students look like they learned about as much as they would have in 6 weeks' time over the last 2 years. Especially the middle school math results are very disappointing. Rich takes ball 4, just short. Madden was trying to lay that one in. One away, Rich takes first. Brown at second. Evan Berger hits a light one into no man's land over Conway's head. Woods comes up throwing. They're now loaded for the pitcher, Brian Latson, batting in the 14 spot. Latson reached on an error in the second and flew to center in the third. Latson lines that one. It's going to land on a hop in front of DeMello. Brings it in, holding Rich at third. But the tying run, or the winning run is now on base. Latson is replaced by the last batted out who doesn't take a runner, and that's Jeff Morang at first. So the runner at first represents the winning run now for Sharon Market. Grounder into the hole for Rule, who continues to be perfect. That's 4 for 4 for him, and 2 runs are in on that one. The winning run is now on third base. There's 1 out. Rule advanced to second on the throw. We'll give him a single there. He finishes his day with 3 singles and a double. Madden calling his outfielders in because if it goes that far, he's going to tag and score anyhow. Kevin Daly lines it. Oh, that's just too bad. Looked like Guzman jumped and it hit him in the palm. And that'll do it. Final score, Sharon Market 20, SLN Law 5. We'll be back in about 20 minutes with our next game. Going to charge this baby up and see if we got enough juice to last for our final. You watch the 2 teams fist pumping their way. My name is Bob Lee, and I'll see you on the fields. Good night.